don't want to let you go without giving you an opportunity to talk about breakthrough energy. Just on the face of it, what an incredible opportunity to have impact in kind of the small I sense of the word. To talk about it. How did it come about? Where are you with the initiative today?
So I would say it's pretty amazing that if you think about a topic like climate change, and quietly, it feels quiet compared to what's going on in the pandemic, which has got a much louder, understandably, louder noise to it right now. Climate has gone from just 2 or 3 years ago being debated by politicians as to whether or not they want to even have it as part of what they want to address, in some cases denying it. Now it's turned into I'm going to argue with you about how I'm doing more about climate than you are, almost across the board, right? But if you back up just 10 years ago, when the first push around clean tech, call it 10, 15 years ago, was like the rage, and people were looking at the early times of doing renewable. It was a really kind of an odd, cool kind of thing, but felt almost probably to some like a cool fad to get in and out of. And I don't think people, even though they understood that the world has some major issues potentially around its cleanliness and its climate, they weren't as woke, if you will, as things have been in the last 3 years. And at that time, fortunately, there were quite a few people who were woke, who were trying to put money and true effort around the concept, and that was mainly around clean tech and renewables. And one of those people at the time, if you look at his level of participation as an LP, was Bill Gates and Bill Gates's office, and some firms out there who were even today still extremely good firms committed to the topic. Also, were the beneficiary of money from him, but also raised money from other places. And by and large, they would all agree that what they intended in that investment didn't turn out exactly the way they wanted, but they stuck with it. And so breakthrough really is, I would call it like the 2.0, or the next version of how one goes about addressing something broad like climate. So you can look this up, this is public info. It's spearheaded by Bill Gates and himself in his office. He did a wonderful job of pulling together, call it 30-ish other people who were high net worth, highly visible business leaders all around the world, who first came together in the form of a coalition before they put any money in, and committed to putting in their time, their energy, and their brains around how do we kind of begin to address climate. Then they pulled together a $1 billion fund. And I was very fortunate to be one of 2 people who were recruited in as a 2-person investment committee to help figure out where those monies get directed around taking technology and using it as an opportunity to be part of, if not the major part of, solution towards climate. And it's like you said, that came right on the heels of me raising material impact, that this opportunity came about. And it's a perfect combination in terms of the way I'm spending my professional life. Material impact, which encompasses so many broad topics, but that many of which fall outside the scope of climate. And then breakthrough energy, which is a pure play climate fund, with a phenomenal team there. That's I think rapidly building a reputation as one of the top climate related funds in the world.